Okay, well, good morning to everybody. And I'm not just pleased, but I really am super pleased that Jerry asked me, because I was starting to go down the negativity tube this morning, and that just perked me right up. So what I'd like to do is to use a version of chakra lightning and connecting that to what we are experiencing, as well as who we are and what we are. So if you will do whatever you do to get centered, maybe take some deep breaths, inhaling and then holding for a moment, and then letting the breath out longer than you did the inhale. And apparently that stimulates the vagus nerve, which gives us energy and clarity. So we'll do that for a couple of moments. So along with this chakra opening, chakra awareness exercise, I'm going to be including the Eastern version of the elements. They use 5 elements. So I'll be including that as we move through the chakras. And I want to remind everybody that we don't have only 7 chakras. We have chakras above the crown chakra, but we also have chakras that are within every joint of our body, and also in some other smaller, well, not really smaller, but other systems in our bodies. So I'll be including all of that in our preparation meditation to the silence. So after having centered yourself with your breath, begin to imagine yourself barefoot, and you're standing or sitting in grass or on dirt, whatever your choice is, or sand. And you are connecting energetically with the element of earth. And because our physical systems as humans are made up of the same chemistry, the same elements as the earth is, we are unified. We are one with the earth herself. So as you're feeling that connection with your bare feet and the earth, just know that there is no difference in form and shape and size, maybe, but there is no difference between what the earth is made of and what we as humans are made of. So allow that connection to increase, become more aware. You might feel the connection physically. Maybe you feel some vibration or some heat or cold, pressure maybe. And as you're experiencing that, just know that there are chakras in those feet of yours, in every little joint, in the toes, in the foot, and in the ankle. So if you choose to, just allow those chakras, many, many, many chakras, big and small, to light up or to reveal to you their colors or their vibration. See if you can feel it or sense the colors, the frequency, the feeling of the color. And now, staying grounded on the earth with your bare feet, continue to move up your lower legs into your knees, where there are chakras. So once again, take a couple of moments to sense into how those knee chakras feel. Maybe you'll get a color or a symbol. And if you tend to have knee problems, you can light up those chakras. Ask them to heal whatever is going on, using their colors or their frequency. And continuing to bring up earth energy into your pelvis and hips, knowing that there are many chakras in these areas. You might become aware of how complex and beautiful the action of the pelvis and the hips offer you. Mobility, flexibility, enjoyment of your ability to move. And once again, if you tend to have problems in those areas, just light up the chakra. The first chakra, of course, is at the tailbone area, and it is the color red, very rich, bright red. And the pelvic chakra, the second chakra, is orange. So allow yourself to feel the chakral movement and energy. Maybe you'll get a feeling of the frequency of these chakras in a very important area. It's actually the center of the power of the feminine, not only in women, but men too. And now moving that earth energy upward to the third chakra, which we call the solar plexus, because it's connected with the sun. It's yellow, bright yellow. And it has a lot of power, as the sun does. It lights up certain areas of our minds through thought. Imagine that, thought from your third chakra, not just from your head. And it is the center of what we do with our egos. It's the center of emotion. And of course, with all these three areas in the solar plexus, we have choices to fall down into a negative perception of these things, or to go upstairs and see a perception of beauty, joy, positivity. Even with the ego, we can turn that around too. So just begin to feel the softness and the flowingness of that third chakra and its color bright yellow. And now begin to move that earth energy upward even more to the heart chakra. And this is the place of unconditional love. Love without conditions. Just pure love. It's the center of compassion for ourselves and for others, for the Earth Mother, our solar system, our universe. It's the center of deep caring about everything that we're aware of, especially ourselves, deep caring. And the color of the heart chakra is usually represented by green, a deep, rich forest green, perhaps. And in some cultures, it's pink. But I always lean toward the green because it's a very healing color. And I believe that's one of the processes of the heart chakra, to heal. And we tend to think of the heart, like when we're making Valentines, as the color red. So right now, if you can, imagine the heart chakra color being that rich green. But because the heart is so active and so powerful, we can relate it to the element of fire. And right now, we're all thinking, at least at times, of the fires in California. And sometimes that brings up fear. So I encourage you, when you go into silent meditation, to see if you'd like to turn that around. Instead of thinking of the fires with fear, maybe communicate with them with unconditional love from your heart, bringing greenness, healing into those red hot fires, but honoring and respecting the element of fire by sending love rather than fear. And now moving upward, we connect with the throat chakra, the fifth chakra. And its color is a beautiful turquoise. See if you can feel that vibration of the color turquoise. And this, of course, is our center of communication. So the throat chakra helps us with both silent communication, that's when we're meditating, as well as outer communication with others, as well as with ourselves. And many times this feels like psychic communication, which it may be. Maybe telepathic rapport with someone, getting messages from your soul, from your high self. And also imagining, as we've gone up the chakras, imagining that in that throat chakra at the back of your head is the very top of the spinal column that moves into the skull at the occipital region. And just imagine, if you've had any neck or shoulder problems, using that turquoise energy to place in those areas to make them more flexible, more fluid. And because the heart and the throat chakras are so close to the lungs, relating to the lungs, and there are chakras in and around the lungs, in our silent meditation, begin to connect with the lungs and the element of air. And not just the air that we breathe with inhales and exhales, bringing in that wonderful oxygen from the trees and the plants, and exhaling carbon dioxide, which the plants love. What a lovely symbiotic relationship that is. But as you are in silent meditation, include not only your own breath, but the breath of our beautiful planet, the inhales and the exhales that she makes, the air in our atmosphere, the air in all things. And now, focusing your attention on your shoulders. And if you have any shoulder issues, just run that beautiful turquoise throat energy for more flexibility. As you move down to your elbows, where there are chakras too, sending that turquoise energy into any problematic area for flexibility and healing. And now moving down your forearms to your wrists, to your hands, to your fingers. All three areas have many, many chakras in all of the joints. So send some love to those joints. Send some love to those hands and wrists and fingers that do so much for us. They let us paint and write and hug one another and design things, use our computers, manipulate things with our hands, and on, so many things we do with those blessed hands. And now moving back up the arms and the shoulders, moving up to the third eye, the sixth chakra. And the color is indigo blue, a bright, wonderful indigo blue. And this is, of course, the center of higher intuition, higher psychic and intuitive being and skills. It's where we get guidance, wisdom from our higher source, from our guides, angels, archangels. And this beautiful indigo blue takes you into that source of great wisdom and knowledge, brings you closer to your true high self, to your soul. And you might wish to communicate with that chakra when you're in silent meditation. Now moving up to the crown chakra, which is purple, rich, rich, royal purple. And it is the center of our high self and also the beginnings of our connection to our guides, our angels, our archangels, to spirit itself, to the great creator, the great mother, the great spirit. And within this crown chakra, we can get even stronger messages, sometimes guiding us physically to do something or to not do something. It guides us mentally, emotionally, spiritually. See if you can feel the frequency of that beautiful crown chakra. Perhaps yours is glowing like a crown. And now move about 1 to 2 feet above your crown chakra where you'll find the eighth chakra. And this is your very clear and definite connection to soul and higher sources. It's like the conduit for information coming to you and things that you would like to discover and ask, going to the greater sources. So this is a crystalline, not even color. It's just a beautiful, beautiful crystal. You can create one that you really love, or just watch for it. And while you are there, be sure and check into the vibration, the frequency. You may very well feel that, perhaps coming down through your crown and other chakras. Sometimes it will go through the chakras, ending up in the earth herself. Let's do that for the next few moments to see if you can experience that. And now that you're connected from the earth to the heavens, take all of those frequencies, those chakra energies, the vibrations, your sense and feelings about this, and we'll move into several minutes of silent meditation. Now begin to gently move yourself back to your human self, bringing everything that you learned, that you achieved, that you wondered about, back with you. And when you feel your back, go ahead and gently open your eyes. So now I don't know if you can unmute yourself or if Leslie has to do that.
We can unmute ourselves.